What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry for the reverb. I'm coming to you from my favorite hallway. And I wanted to go ahead and point and report this particular story because I think it's important. Xbox has been, playing around in Japan since the Tokyo Games show. I think we started to see some signals. Phil Spencer said, "Hey, everybody, tune in." To the Tokyo Games Fest or whatever the name of the, event was. And yes, there were conversations about what particular games are going to be shown on there. Just Corden had revealed that it probably was going to be a small offering, and apparently it turned out for some Final Fantasy fans to be a good enough offering where they were able to bring to the scene the games, the Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered games. So that was a plus for a bunch of people. Now, what's really interesting about all of this, ladies and gentlemen, is Xbox seems to now be taking a really, really interesting place in their positioning for Japan and for Asian markets. Just recently, or I guess more recently, or in the recent past, someone from, PlayStation's, I think one of their executives was actually hired to Xbox to help to, start strategic implementation of them moving into the Japanese market and into the Asian market. So this is very interesting that they're doing this. Also, apparently Phil Spencer visited, Koei Tecmo. This is a company that is very known for a lot of its hack and slash development in terms of video games. And it seems like somewhere, somehow, Xbox wants to start to do some business with this particular development team on a grander scale. They already have Wolong that was developed by Koei Tecmo that came to Game Pass. Very interesting scenario there. Decent game. I played a little bit of it, but I guess I sucked at the game and I did not have enough patience to want to learn. After reading reviews, people said the game was actually quite easy once you learned, I think the parry mechanics or something like that. But hey, at the time, Elden Ring was vibing, so I just was like, okay, I don't know if I can, make my brain do that stuff. But I think this is a very interesting strategy, and something I wanted to point out on top of all of this is, if you guys remember when they were talking a lot about the Insomniac leaks, if you were paying attention to that, you would have seen something within those documents that really stood out. And that was actually very interesting. It was what PlayStation was wanting to do to mitigate Xbox's position after having acquired Activision and Blizzard and King, and then having a presence on PC, mobile, and console, as well as cloud streaming. They wanted to go ahead and start doing some profit sharing metrics with their partners. It's written in one of their slides that that's what they were going to do. We also know that PlayStation has publicly announced that it was going to be partnering more and more with its Asian studios and partners as well. So I think what Microsoft is doing is it's making a chess move. It's trying to strengthen its relationships in Asia so that, however PlayStation wants to run this particular package, they're not going to be missing out on any games or any titles that may be coming from that direction. And I think it's a sound strategy. You see, for the most part, a lot of folk have always said, why is Xbox not playing and why is Xbox not fighting? I think, if you're running and if you're leading a company like Xbox, your strategy has to be very different because PlayStation has the perception game already in the bag. Everybody thinks that PlayStation is this premium platform in a sense, and even PlayStation themselves decided after their analysis of Activision and Activision's acquisition by Xbox that they were going to go with a premium sales model. This premium sales model is basically there to pull in revenue and pull in possible profits. So that premium model is based on, the perception that they have all of this stuff and these games and all of that stuff. But in reality, the market is just so competitive now that even the PC gamers that are getting these ports, later down the road are starting to look at them and be like, we'll just pick it up on sale. Because again, there are just so many games out there. So that lure of premium is what they're going to continue to use to upsell their, more dedicated, more loyal fan base. And I think that, Phil understanding and knowing this is going in with the perspective of saying, let's go in there and let's start to strengthen relationships with Japan. They're talking to developers. They're starting to see what it is that they can pull off. And I think it's a very cool, possibility in terms of going. So shout out to Hazardor Gaming, Dragon of Dojima. He's usually on top of these particular, stories and such. And some people are saying, sources claim that he went for a cup of coffee. The Xbox, the content is actually funny. The responses, sorry. This person said, "Hope Xbox starts getting some KT love. Xbox is really going hard on the Japanese market. Finally, I guess they meant to say a smart move. So, Ibrahim Dafal, I'm going to use Xbox is really going hard on the Japanese market as the title of my video. Thank you so much. That comment's actually pretty cool. Xbox Dynasty Warriors. When does Koei Tecmo do Dynasty Warriors? I don't play Dynasty Warriors, so it may be them that does it. There's also the talk about a Ninja Gaiden and DOA or whatever it is. People are looking forward to some of these games, but we have to also beware. These games are kind of niche. So I guess the way Wolong's agreements fell in place, where they could sell the game on multiple platforms, is probably going to be in order here. This will probably save Xbox some money, because for some reason a lot of Western studios do not necessarily make a lot of hack and slash titles that are in that particular subgenre and market segment. So I think that's one of the reasons you're seeing a lot of excitement surrounding this stuff at the end of the day. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and point that out, and I wanted to go ahead and just put a pin on that, because I think this is going to be important as the competition continues to hit back and forth. Both of them are on each other's neck right now. I think Xbox has basically surpassed PlayStation, but when you say that in public, people are going to laugh and say, "What do you mean?" Well, PlayStation themselves think so in live service areas. They think so in PC storefront offerings. They even know so in content delivery. But now we need to see the next competitive phase, which is how both platform providers engage with the Asian market and the Asian games and all of the above. Because right now PlayStation is definitely holding that down. They're money hatting like crazy. They're leveraging their relationships. So it makes sense to see Xbox actually try to, in a sense, hedge something down and create some strong relationships at the end of the day. But thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.